Hello, welcome back to my channel. This one is going to be a quick video. I know I say that. I always say that. This is going to be a quick video. So the 5th annual Read What You Own challenge announcement has come out. And I know I've played with Read What You Own challenges in the short time I've been on BookTube already. Enough to know that I don't have a book buying problem that I think of as a problem. At least not in the way that the typical booktuber does, because when I acquire my books, I'm very much an opportunist to deal with the fact that I don't really have money. So, I'm always torn when it comes to the whole book buying ban thing. But I want to move. Ideally in the next year, if not in the next 6 months. Somewhere on that scale. I have a lot of books. And yes, I have acquired a lot of books through Bag of Books sales and working at a used bookstore and adopting books. That won't last forever. When I move, I can't take my used bookstore with me because it's not mine. So it's it's a windfall that I will take with me, I hope, and continue to read while I'm figuring out where my source of books will be next time. But I am going to play a Read What You Own game because I do want to move in 6 months to a year. And I don't need to bring all the books I have with me. It doesn't mean I won't get more books, because there's always books that I do want, that I will want to bring with me, that I will want to acquire from the bookstore and from elsewhere between now and when I have finished however many books I'm going to finish. But I would like to encourage myself to read the books that I already have in my collection. So I've already got the coin jar, which I've kind of fallen off of actually doing as a regular thing, partly because the coin jar is behind a stack of books and it's hard to get to it. So I'm going to rethink where the coins go so that it's in something that's not going to get behind a stack of books. I actually have a really large glass jug that's, it's big. I'll find it and show it on a future video. Probably in November, because the Read What You Own challenge starts the 5th of November. So I will probably do a video around the 5th of November, and I'll show off the jar then, because it's big. It will work. And I'm going to do a 2-tiered structure. Maybe 3. 3. So what I've been doing is a nickel for every book that I got from a Bag of Books sale. And a quarter for every book that I got specifically from the bookstore where I picked it out. So that kind of works, but then it doesn't really take into account all those books I got that I just adopted them, that they were getting rid of them and I rescued them, kind of thing. I need something for that. And for all the books I already owned, I had a pretty decent collection when I started at the bookstore. Missing a lot of things, obviously. I've been filling in a lot of gaps while I've been at the bookstore. Gaps that I didn't even know existed. It's been great. But I had a lot of books already. A lot of them weren't very nice condition. They were older. And I've been getting drawn in by the pretty ones and ignoring the ones that I already had because they weren't as pretty. It's very sad. And a lot of the ones that weren't as pretty, I also don't know if I want to bring them with me if space is going to be limited and I may not want to bring that many boxes of books with me. I don't know where I'm going yet. There's a lot of stuff up in the air. So having fewer wouldn't be a problem. The nicer ones, I could see keeping them at a sibling's house until I'm ready for them. And I don't think they would mind, especially if they can read them. But they're not going to want all of my collection. My siblings and I share a range of similar reading interests, but the overlap is not complete. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the nickel for every book that was in a Bag of Books haul. I'll do the quarter for every book that I specifically selected from the bookstore, which tend to be things called 6 hours, where it's the book that we get for each 6 hours that we work at the bookstore. It's a volunteer job. It's like getting paid, but in kind, in books. Yeah. So I have a lot of them. I do about 12 or more hours a week anymore. So I get about 2 books a week, which does add up. And since I selected them specifically, it would be nice if I'm reading them, because at least in theory, it's like the books that people go and they spend a significant amount of money to buy them new. It's just I'm working 6 hours at the bookstore for it. So it's like I'm buying them, kind of. So that'll be the ones I get a quarter for. And for all the other books that I actually have in print that are mine, not library books, not borrowed from a friend, I get a penny in the jug. I have a lot more of them. Ideally, it would be nice to finish them, but some of them I may just unhaul without reading. A lot of those I have them because I could, I adopt them off a free shelf basically and then see if I want them or not. So I don't know if I need to do more than just a penny for those. So I'm going to try it and see how it goes. So that's the reward side. And as far as a book buying ban, I really don't think that's going to be a part of my plan. So, yeah, the way I get books, I don't really get books except by my 6 hours and Bag of Books and adopting the ones that are going to be pulped otherwise. And I'm not going to stop doing that because it's the life of the book that's at stake. So I think that's going to be my take for Read What You Own. But I am going to be keeping account of the number of books that I've read that are ones I own, not library books or ebooks or audiobooks. And just keeping a tally every month of how many of the books I've read were ones I own. Even if I end up listening to it as an audiobook or doing some other format, if I own a copy and it's either going away or I've decided I'm keeping it forever, it's now no longer just in the TBR, it's been handled. So I think that's going to be the game. So not really anything punitive. Just see how it goes sort of thing. and a reward that, who knows, if I have enough extra money in my jug by bag of books time in April, I think. It's April or May. When we get to the next bag of books sale, that money gets to roll into buying books. And whatever isn't enough for a bag of books, maybe I'll get myself like a soda or something. I don't know. Sodas are extremely expensive, though. I like things that are gonna last as my reward. So we'll think about that part. You better get a puzzle. We always have puzzles, and they're always between $1 and $2. So whatever doesn't make the bag of books cut off, because the bag of books in our store is like $10 a bag, and we do it twice a year. So I could probably get enough coins in my jug to get a couple bags of books by then. We'll see. Yeah, whatever isn't enough for a bag of books, whatever is left over, I could maybe buy puzzles or something out of it. So, yeah. That will be the plan. And I will do a start of the Read What You Own video, probably on the 5th. And also probably do a bit of an update on how NetGalley November is going so far and whatever else. Should be fun. Yeah. And I still have some more videos to do, not tonight. I'm going to get back to my ARC and hang out with the cats. They're getting annoyed with me because I should be in the other room by now, and I'm not. So I'm going to do that. And I will get my NetGalley November nonfiction video done probably tomorrow is my guess, based on when I have time to do filming for a bigger video project. And then I also am going to be doing a what I've read in the last week, basically since the last update, because it's the 23rd now by about an hour and a half. So I've finished a few more books. By the time I do the video, I'll have finished a couple more. So I will tell you guys all about that. Yeah, should be good. And I will see you in the next video or in sprints somewhere. And yeah, happy reading, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.